Hey everybody, good evening. So this will be my tutorial of Dancing Queen by ABBA. I'm a huge ABBA fan. I grew up listening to them as a kid throughout college. Um, and this particular instrumental means a lot to me because it was one of the first ones I tried to really make my own as a uke player. The song is in the key of A major, which could work for the uke, but I realized that the version I wanted to play would be easier in C. So this will be covered in C major. I'll be a little more thorough than I am with other tutorials. I'm going to go over the song. I'll play through it actually twice. The first time being the actual instrumental, and then the second time will be me going over the chords that are used throughout the song. I'll go over techniques that would be good to know coming into the tutorial, and I'll break down my thought process behind why I do certain things in the song, but we'll also go over other ways you could possibly do the same thing and other alternatives. That's about it. So first will be the playthrough once through. The way I play it, I start off with the chorus as kind of an intro, and then I go to the verse, and then I end with the chorus. Okay, so here we go. And that's where I stop. I love this song. It's a great song. And that was my version of the instrumental. And now I'll play through it again, just strumming chords. And I'll talk about the chords that are used throughout the song. Now, because I have the song in C major, that means we're going to have a lot of simple chords that we all grew up with learning the uke. C, F, G, C, A minor. There's also a D minor 7 I toss in, and also E7. But that's really it. There's only about 6, 7 chords. The trick, though, is that I use a lot of 2-finger chords. So for example, instead of playing a full F chord, I just use this is technically an F major add 2, but it's a simpler F major chord where instead of fretting 2 strings, you just fret 1, which makes the song a little bit easier and also a little jazzier because you actually have more notes that come out that way. So a lot of easy 2 1-finger chords, which will make parts of the song easier. The trick, though, is that there's going to be a lot of chord inversions that I use in the song. So if you know G major, that's great, but can you play G major this way or this way? So if you know inversions, that's going to be awesome because it'll make the song a little more exciting that way. But I'll do the basics. So the intro, the chorus is D minor 7, to E7, A A minor, C, and then D7. And then F, G, and C. C, G, F, and C. And then the first verse. C, F, G, C, C, G, A minor, G, G, C, also G, C, G, C, and then G, A minor, and then F, G, and C, F, C, C, G, F, C, F, C, C, G, A minor, and then it goes back to the chorus, D minor 7, E7, A minor, C, D7, F, G, C. So there's a lot going on, but the chords are very simple. A lot of the ones that we first learn playing the uke. So that's good. And now we'll be breaking down the actual instrumental parts, the techniques, and going through the song bit by bit, starting with the chorus, my intro, and then the first verse, and then that's really basically it. Because if you can play the chorus and the verse, that's the entire song. There's really no bridge the song has. Okay, so starting with the intro / chorus, that you can dance, you can jive. It starts with a D minor 7 chord, and what I do is I fret the 5th fret, I bar the 5th fret, but I also have my pinky on the 7th fret of the A string. There's going to be a pull off. I down strum with my thumb, and then I pull off my pinky, and I strum down strum again. That's not too bad. And then I take that bar, I move it down 1 fret to the 4th fret, and then I have my pinky on the 7th fret again. So let's see, I bar, pinky, but I also put my ring finger on the 5th fret. So pinky, notice that my pinky goes on, off, back on, and then off again. So that's the E minor, E7 part. So it goes from D minor 7 to E7. And those are all just down strums with my thumb. But once you get that down, you can add more complicated strumming patterns. But if you're starting to learn the song, maybe just down with your thumb. Might be easier. And then it goes to A minor. So A minor, where I have first my index finger on 2nd fret of the G string and my ring finger on 3rd of the A. So I down strum again with my thumb, and then pinky hits the 5th fret of the A string, and then I slide with my ring finger to the 2nd fret, of the A string. So A minor, and then pinky on 5th, ring on 2nd, and then it goes to a C major chord, so you can use the pinky to hit that 5th fret, or you can even slide your ring finger all the way up if you want to, and then back down to the 2nd fret. How do I play this? So either way works. So A minor, 5th fret, 2nd fret, and then C major, 5th fret, 2nd fret, and then this is a D7 chord where I bar the 2nd fret, and then I have my ring finger on the 3rd of the A string. There's going to be a pull off here. So you play the chord, you pull off your ring finger, and then your thumb hits the G string. And then comes a slide from the 5th to the 7th fret of the A string. So you slide for the 7th, and then you play a 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then you play a kind of a variant of the F chord, F major chord, where you just fret the 1st of the E string, but then I have my middle finger on 2nd of the A string, and then my ring finger will hit the 3rd fret. You can either play down strums, but what I do is I play a single down strum, and then my middle finger hits the A string, and then it goes to a G chord. You just play a typical G chord, down strum, and then my pinky actually will fret the 3rd of the A string, so G, but the pinky hits 3rd of the A string. So down strum, and then my middle finger hits the A string. And then it's 5th, 3rd, 2nd, and then 3rd again. So that part, what I'm doing is down strummed with my thumb from a C chord, and then when I down strum, I hit the A string again with my middle finger. So kind of like that, down strum, and then middle finger hits the A string again, and then you switch chords from C, G to F. But I'm playing F again the simple one finger way, where I just fret 1st of the E string. So that's just 1st of the E string, open E, 2nd of the C string, open C, and then so that part is basically just C, F, C. But what I'm doing is a finger style thing. And then that's the chorus. And then if you know the chorus, that's also my intro for my version of the instrumental. So comes the first verse. So that first part. So if you notice, these are all open strings, so kind of easier. And if you followed me for a while, you know that my style of picking is pinky anchored on the body of the uke, thumb handles the G and C strings, index finger handles the E string, and then middle finger handles the A string. So G, C by the thumb, index for the E, and then A by the middle finger. Just these three fingers. That's how I'm able to do these things like this. Because I think my hand is anchored by the pinky, and I know which string goes to which finger. So I can do patterns like that. So for the intro, for the first verse, you start by plucking both the C and E strings open, and then G string, E, G, E, A. So C and E at the same time. G, 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 E, G, E, A. And then this is an F chord. So that part, let's see, I have my fretting hand has first on the E string and then third of the A string. Everything else is open. And the pattern here is I start with my middle finger hitting the A string, thumb hits the G string open, and then my index finger hits the E string. So it goes middle, thumb, index. So it's for what, 4 counts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes to a G chord, but I have my pinky on the third of the A string. So I'm going to pull it off for this next part. So pinky, so G, but with a pinky also on the third of the A string. And then I down strum. And as I down strum, I pull off my pinky. And then I end with thumb on open G. And then it starts off the same again. So same as before. And then little jazzy part there. So it goes to an A minor chord, but the way I play it is with my middle finger, I slide from 2nd of the C string to 4th fret, and then I put my index finger here, I pluck, index on 2nd of the C string, and then I pluck, so it's going to be a slide with my middle finger, and then I'm going to do a hammer-on pull-off with my middle finger, and open C. So slide with middle finger from 2nd fret to 4th fret of the C string, and then I fret with my index finger on 2nd fret, but I do a hammer-on with my middle finger, pull-off, and then I'll finish with the open C string. So what it looks like is this. And then it's going to go from a G to a C, and then G to a C, but it's going to be different ways of playing the G chord and C chord. Because we all know G this way. It's one of our basic chords, right? But I'm playing it in a different inversion where I play index on second of the C string, middle on third of the E string, but pinky hits the fifth of the A string. We're going to use the open G string to help us out. So it goes from a G to a C, but a C played this way with just 7th fret of the A string, everything else open. And you can do it twice if you want. But the way I do it is I play this, and then I play this version of a G chord, and then back to the E, back to the C. So this version is index on 5th fret, and then both my middle and ring fingers on the 7th fret of the C and E string, respectively. Open G string. So this is also a G chord, and goes to a C. So once you go from a G to a C, middle finger, from 5th, 3rd, 2nd, open G, open A. And then it goes to open C, 2nd of the C, open E again, and then F, as in first of the E string, and then you do a hammer on pull off on the 1st fret of the E string. So you hammer on, pull off, and then you end with a G7 chord. And then Nancy Queen. So this is G, A, and then 2nd of the A string. So you can do a slide to 2nd of the A to 3rd of the A. And it's down strums. And then I play an F chord again, well, a modified F chord. But notice, my ring finger is doing the exact same thing. First with the C chord, and with the F chord, and then 5th, 3rd, and C chord again. And then you do that as before. So you do a C chord, down strum, and then middle finger hits the A string, and then G chord, and then F. And then that part is just first of the E string, and then you pull off to open E, and then 2nd of the C string. And then go through it again. And then this part changes. You do a and then it's a 5th fret, 3rd fret of the E string, 5th, 7th, 5th, and then you finish with an A minor. And that's it, that's the song. Because after that part, after the A minor chord, it goes back to the chorus. And then I just finished with a C chord. Alright, so a lot with this video. Even after promising to go over everything and being thorough, I don't think I even touched on every single thing, but I hit the high notes, so hopefully it helped. Again, any questions, comments, or feedback, just let me know in the bottom, please. And as always, with any other requests for songs I can do, just let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, YouTube, Reddit. This was fun. I love teaching you guys. Hopefully it helped. And I know it's a lot, but just keep practicing. Keep it going. Don't give up. Because I promise once you get it down, you won't ever stop playing this. Alright guys, so have a good night. Take care and keep practicing.